What's up, guys? What's up? It's your boy Boogie back again with another video, with another live stream. Shout out to you guys for supporting your boy. I thought, I should come on and kick it, before it's the holiday season, holiday period. But dating continues, and I have to come back every time, every week, and giving you dating updates. Okay. That's what I do. So shout out to you guys for supporting me. Road to 10,000 subscribers. I may not get it in December, but I'm sure I'll get to 10,000 subscribers very soon. So do me a favor as you're coming in, support your boy, like the video. Number one, like the video. I really appreciate that. And then I have so many videos we're going to be going through. So just like the video, share, subscribe, comment down below in the chat. Let me just make sure you guys can hear me nice and clear. And then we get started, okay? Because we have so much to cover and I don't want to waste your time. Okay, let me just make sure you can hear me and then we get started. Okay. All right, you guys can hear me. You can see me nice and clear. So let's get into the first video. This is new. This is something I haven't done before. These panels, this is different. I know you guys, I know the type of videos you guys like, but let's start here, okay? Don't forget, like the video. Let's go.
Astrology gives women excuses. Stoicism gives men excuses.
I don't necessarily think that women are using astrology to try and, use that as an excuse, but I think that in some cases women will use it to try and get more clarity and direction in their life. So if there's like a decision that they're trying to make, they'll look into it and then they'll go off the astrology to try and make that decision. But I don't think it's necessarily trying to, justify our actions or use that as an excuse to cover up what we're doing. So I kind of do disagree on that a bit.
Orange shirt?
Oh, me?
I didn't get to you before last week.
No, I didn't. No, you didn't. Yeah. Okay. Is this last round or this round?
This round.
Okay. In my opinion, even I like astrology, and I also just want to say that I've got a little brother who's still in high school, and sadly, he says the amount of Andrew Tate references in his class is very concerning. I'm not kidding. And his school is talking about basically describing Andrew Tate and doing that. You get in trouble for that. That's what they're talking about. It just shows how widespread it's become. And in my opinion, he's literally saying beating women's okay or dominating women's okay, and they aren't their own person. It's just sick. As someone who was raised mostly by a woman, I can't get my hand around that. It makes me so mad. So mad. How dare they?
Awesome. Before you go, just remember the prompt. Astrology gives women excuses. Stoicism gives men excuses.
I think it's not really excuses, but I think we use that to understand people a little bit more. So we kind of label them, oh, you're this sign or you're that sign. I'm like, okay, that's why you're like that. So it's kind of...
Yeah, but that's dumb. Women rely more on astrology to pick men they date more than listen to their dads. You see how crazy that is? Like a woman will act bitchy and then she says, I'm a Cancer, that's why I'm bitchy. I'm a Cancer. Oh, I don't date men who are Aries. But clearly you've dated multiple men who are not Aries and the results were the same. Instead of looking in the mirror and figuring out how come my dating experiences are not good, they blame astrology. Clearly they don't want to take accountability.
Of us trying to get that person a reason to be like way.
Okay, me personally, I look at astrology for fun. I'll search up me and my boyfriend's birthdays just to see how compatible we are, okay? But I'm going to use Andrew Tate as an example. I have been with someone that fully believed and looked up to him, and he was the most toxic man ever. I think not every man, I'm not generalizing it, I'm saying some men, okay? If they use that an excuse to look up to them, like Andrew Tate does this, so I'm going to do that. It's kind of like enforcing toxic masculinity in my...
What does Andrew Tate have to do with astrology? They moved away from exactly what they should be talking about to Andrew Tate. Oh my God.
Opinion.
5 seconds. Yep.
I'm just going to say, I feel like guys who take advice from someone like Andrew Tate are actually dealing with a lot of insecurities in themselves and having identity problems. And they're looking to someone who's successful and rich and blah, 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 and all of these things that they're seeing something within this person that they obviously admire. I personally don't understand it. I can't stand the thought of this fucking shit human being. But I definitely think that women would use astrology more as a tool to like understand things, but it's not necessarily like astrology is the be all and end all, I would say, more so than men use it.
That's true. Some women use astrology. For example, she'll find a good man, a well stand-up guy. Some women would rather date a man who's a drug dealer if he's a Cancer over a good man, nice job, no crime, not a criminal who's, let me say, a Pisces. They would refuse to date a good man who's the type of sign they don't like because he's a type of sign, rather than looking at someone's character. It's stupid. It never makes sense to me. So if a woman asks me, what sign are you? I usually tell them the wrong date of birth. And then I see them trying to figure out, oh, you're a Pisces, oh, you're Cancer, you must be like this and like this. And then in my head, I'm thinking, you're dumb because I lied to you. I didn't tell you the exact date of birth because I wanted to see how you use astrology to judge who I am when you don't even know me.
The association between astrology and those that lead femme, that is obviously the larger portion of that group. However, again, those that excuse whatever it is, like being just an asshole because they're like a Pisces or whatever, are extremists within that group. So obviously there is a generalization there. Some attempt to get away with it, but I don't believe it is justified in any circle that they're in. And the Stoicism aspect for the mask-leaning people, I believe Stoicism, if I'm not too mistaken, is a philosophy and a way of life that is to remain undeterred as much as possible. Like, again, something dramatic happens to you, you're like stone-faced, just get through it, work through it, which again does have a heavy association with those that are more mask, as this group has stated. That's an increasingly worrisome trend due to more negative influences such as Andrew Tate, the fucking asshole, and don't get me started on that one. But Stoicism is more of a way of life. There is a positive aspect to it. In pop culture, again, it is generally believed to just be, again, using the very, sorry, losing words here, yep. It's bad.
But yeah, as you said, pop culture, like it's what's trending right now. So same as for girls, they use that astrology stuff and believe in that a bit too much. In a way, it's not really true because some of it ain't true. It's same as for guys. Some of us that believe in Andrew Tate look up to him because we try to impress girls, because a lot is happening right now where everything's about money. So a lot of guys act up on that just to impress. So in a way, both of them are kind of, like a trendy thing. So
yeah, but the thing about men is, yes, they may listen to Andrew Tate because he talks about making money, but it's actually practical. It's something they can work on. Whereas astrology, if a woman is a piece of shit, she's just going to say, I am a piece of shit. I'm bitchy. I'm annoying. I'm rude because I'm a Cancer. Just deal with me. Whereas a man, Andrew Tate is going to tell you, you're broke. Women don't want you. Make some money. So it's you either make money, which it's going to help you as a man, even if you don't get the women. But at the end of the day, you're doing something that's going to improve your life. Astrology has never improved a person's life. Me believing I'm dumb because I'm a Cancer doesn't help me in any way. I can't be held accountable. I can just blame the stars and the moon, but for how long can that go on?
that's all I can say.
Can't reach. I kind of just want to go back to the main two keywords from the main question. It was astrology and Stoicism. And I just want to point out that neither of these terms are actually like gendered in nature. Astrology is not an inherently feminine thing, and the word Stoicism is not inherently masculine. Therefore, any person can excuse their behavior with astrology. It doesn't have to be male, female, non-binary. And same with stoicism. You can excuse that regardless of your gender identity. So I don't think we should really be applying genders to this. Like, that's really not necessary.
Final question, round 2.
Men date aesthetics, women date potential.
No.
1000%. 1000%. In my opinion, how do I put this? Men take looks of a woman very, very seriously. In terms of women dating potential, my mum and my dad is a good example. For example, my dad had nothing. My dad had nothing, but he was a good man, and she was 20 years younger than my dad, but because he was a good man, he married her. But in terms of men wanting aesthetics, that is 1000% true, because women don't always want money. Do you understand what I'm getting at? Yeah.
No, we don't understand what you're getting at, because clearly you don't live in this world. You either don't live in 2025 or you don't, or you think your one example of your parents is the majority. Now, clearly your parents are even from a different generation. Though he looks young, so I'm going to think he's maybe early 20s. But even then, his parents are kind of from a different generation. Right now, which women are dating potential? The only time women consider dating potential is if the type of men, the rich men they want, don't want them back. And that we are talking 40, 45. That's when they realize, you know what, I've been waiting for so long for the rich man to come get me. Maybe I should finally date an average man. Because remember, even an average man, even if he earns 80,000, 90,000, that's a little bit above average. But to women, if a man doesn't earn 6 figures, they still call him potential. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's what they say.
I don't think so. I think everyone wants it. Aesthetics is actually wanted by both, and it depends on the individual. Potential is also dependent on the individual. Personally, I love to train. It's not just based on aesthetics. It's based on who I am. It helps me come out of my shell. So I wouldn't just I'm just not looking for someone who has, like all the money or has all the looks. I would look for the potential because I want to grow with the person, and same as females as well. It just depends on what trends we are following because of, like the recent trend, selling yourself on Instagram or wherever, OnlyFans. Obviously, there are a lot of females on there as compared to males, and that's how the success also came. So saying that, like only men are looking for that, it's definitely wrong.
Yes, both men and women look do consider the looks. Actually, I believe these days, women care more about looks than men. I'm going to be honest. Women care more about looks than men, especially the height, because height is part of looks. It's physical, right? Women care more about looks than men. To the extent that even an overweight woman will reject an overweight man. It's that bad. It's that women are that picky with their looks. You guys saw Lizzo, that all the men she said she had a crush on or she wanted, the men were always in shape. She never ever chose to want to date a man who was her same size, because now she took, I think, Ozempic or some shit like that, and she lost weight, right? But right now, women are more picky than men when it comes to looks.
Oh, I'm very sure the girls pay for men as well. So is it? Do you think the girls are not paying for it? Really?
What about the guys who have OnlyFans? I'm just saying.
I'm not touching on that, but I do think how we date nowadays is very corrupted. The dating apps are there for you to judge people based on their looks, but without knowing who they are, what they do, and nothing. And then you got to put yourself in this bubble of, oh, I'm going to pick you because of your aesthetics. It's unfortunately not a men's fault solely. And I'm not saying that, it has anything to do with the gender. I think it's just the way the dating scene works nowadays. Yeah. When was the last time you went out and just met someone naturally?
Naturally, I don't think so. I'm a clubbing person, so I'm never able to. So again, dating apps I did use. And again, looks are obviously a start where you have to start somewhere. because obviously you wouldn't just choose a blank picture, right? Like the picture has to have something in there. And then, yeah, it's a start, but obviously going before, you wouldn't just go with that person if you can't even talk to, and that person doesn't want to grow. It'll be just the end of the...
I think we're too afraid to be vulnerable, so we just go for aesthetics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, back.
Hey.
All right. Anecdotally, I do personally believe with the statement that those who are more masculine do prioritize aesthetics, not over anything else, but obviously aesthetics is the first step in the, I don't want to use the word game, in dating, in like mating and everything else of the sorts. Scientific term, sorry. And there is studies to actively back that up, that the general masculine do prefer women who have put more time into their aesthetic appearance. Study also says that men don't understand makeup and they don't know the natural look, but that's besides the case.
He does.
Honestly, I'm thinking all these guys who are on the panel, apart from the black guy, I may be biased, but all these guys who are speaking on this sounds to me that like they are male feminists. Every time they try to make a point, they try to bring the men down. They try to say, but men are that like this, but don't do this, but men don't do this. It sounds like they're male feminists to me.
However, for those who are more femme-leaning, the same appearance happens, which is, or the same statistic happens. Those who are more femme-leaning do appear to look towards more of the aesthetic appearance as well. It is just, it's a different aesthetic than what the
Look, I
European
think,
standard is.
I think aesthetic is really up to as like your own person, you know, like a guy can like a girl with makeup or a guy can prefer a girl without makeup, like just like a girl can prefer a guy who gyms or doesn't really care, or compared to a girl who doesn't really care. Like I never wear makeup and, you know, my boyfriend loves me with or without makeup. But I do believe that looks attract, but then personality is what makes you stay.
100%.
And then you grow together because you want to be with that person.
That's true.
And that's all I think there is.
She's smart.
Well, this is just my opinion. Sorry if it does offend everyone else, but I don't really go for like all the looks, aesthetic and stuff.
That's not
mainly
true.
just the personality, how they're doing, just like their life goals in the future. Just like if they're having a good time, vibe, everything. I don't care if you're like a homeless person, marry me up, you know, that's it.
Man, I hate when women lie. Did you guys hear what she just said? I don't care if you're homeless as long as you have personality. Well, if he's homeless, you're never even going to say, you're never even going to come close to him. So how are you going to find out his personality if you're never even going to give him a chance to say hi to you? I don't know why women do this. I don't know why they try to act like as if they are the minority. They're the unicorn. If she's saying that she doesn't care about looks, then, because she's not the only woman who says it. So many women claim they don't care about a man's looks. Yet we call them short kings for a reason, because women reject men who are not above 6 feet. Even when you're 5'11", a woman who's 5'4" is going to say you're short. Women, it's okay. We understand it. You're human just like we are. Men care about looks and women care about looks. In fact, like I said, women care about looks more than men. But I hate when some women like her come on and try to lie about how they don't care about looks. Man, that's so disingenuous. It's so annoying.
Thanks, G. Unfortunately, in 2025, men do go for aesthetics, you know, especially on Instagram, seeing a baddie or something like that. And also women do go for money, right? It's because, you know, the women want someone to provide and they don't want to be broke. You know, if you've got like, you know, a kid, you don't want to, you know, be without, you know, can't feed them and stuff like that. That's not my opinion. I'm just saying that's what it is reality-wise. But, yeah, it's not about looks, because personality is over at 100%. You know, you could have a hot, stunning girl, but if she's dumb as whatever, or she, you know, she's just bland, it's just boring, right? So yeah, that's the key right there. And also, you know, if you like Mars bar but you don't like Turkish delight, you know, you're not going to eat Turkish delight, are you? So that's just it, yeah. Who's next?
Now, I think majority You know how women will choose? The only time women don't really care about looks or about a man's height, for example, Kevin Hart, is if they know you are rich. They have to know you have the money ahead of time. That's why there's so many guys who are short who have so much money, but women reject them because they don't know they have money. But the moment they find out they have money, so the only time you will see a woman with a short guy, you will see a woman with an ugly guy, is if the guy has money, and they have to know he has to have money ahead of time. They don't want to figure out if he has money or not. So they reject you ahead of time. But if they know you have money, they will give you a chance. But I believe most men would rather deal with a woman who they consider very attractive, who has a bad attitude, a bad personality, over a woman they don't find attractive. That's just human nature. I think, we pick and choose, but the truth is men can be very cold and very cutthroat when it comes to choosing women as well. But what do you guys think about that? Shout out to these guys, man. I just saw this on the internet. I thought I should review it. What do you guys think about that? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Like the video as we get into the live stream, okay? Support your boy. Like the video as you come in. Really appreciate that. All right, so let's go to the next video. Let's go to I got a video from Ashley. You guys know Ashley, the woman who teaches women how to find rich men and how to find sugar daddies. I saw a video, and apparently this woman that we're going to react to, I have seen her on Fadi's channel. I've seen her on Fadi. I've seen her on Lapif. I never knew she wanted to be a sugar baby. So now I don't know if she's trying to go viral. I'm not sure, but this is the girl. You guys have seen her. If you've seen me react to Ilkan Ali or Lapif, then you've definitely seen me talk about her. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. Guys, like the video as you're coming in. Let me get the next video up. Okay. Happy holidays to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys. All right, let's go.
This isn't a happy call.
Okay.
So I was celibate 5 years, blah blah blah, and I ended up meeting someone in October.
That's a lie.
And he flew me out to Miami, and we had intimacy. So that happened, and then we started dating, and he told me that, he didn't have, he quote unquote said I was all his, and he had no expectation of me being with other people, and he told me he wasn't with anyone else. He does live outside of the country, so he comes to the US periodically for work. And then will fly me out to go spend time with him, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Ashley, I found out he was married.
Okay, so did you break things off?
Initially, yes, and then no.
Okay. So what do you want to do now?
It gets worse.
Okay.
Ashley! No, he's not Nigerian. It's like if Danish Deception was real, this would be.
I don't believe her for some reason. Maybe because I've seen her on so many channels. I've seen her on Lapif and on Ali's channel, Fadi's channel. You guys have seen me do reactions to them. For some reason, I don't believe her. I don't know. I feel like she's trying to go viral. I could be wrong, but I don't believe her.
Good. It gets worse.
I mean, we're adults. You're an adult, hon. We do adult things. You have to make adult, adult things happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Turns out, we just got a restriction. Is it because of what I'm wearing?
Maybe it's what you're wearing. Yeah, I would cover yourself a bit. Yeah, maybe it's because you're showing your stomach too. That could be it. Yeah.
It's my gym outfit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so once he told me he was, married or whatever, we took a pause in the relationship, and then I came back and I was like, maybe we can work it out, blah blah blah. Like,
because
he's not leaving his wife, Ashley.
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
And what's worse is that he has multiple girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
He has
Multiple black. It's very strange. He's like on some Hugh Hefner shit. Like he has multiple girlfriends and we all look very similar. We're all like, we're Nigerian, we're Ghanaian, we're Liberian. And I thought that I was the only one. So
because you reject the average man who's gonna be loyal because you want the rich man who has multiple women. Unfortunately, that's what they do. They would all rather date the same rich guy over the average man because the rich guy is gonna take them on trips, gonna buy them flowers every single day when they want, send them cash app, take them to expensive restaurants that they've never been to themselves, gifts and shit like that. Even if, can you imagine, she's calling, because this Ashley lady over here teaches them how to find the rich guys, the sugar daddies, how to find the provider man, basically the rich guys who are willing to spend money, because not every rich guy spends money. But here's the thing. Do you guys think if this was the average guy who she found out had different men, she would call into a show for advice? No, because he would have no money. So they say, why should I'm not even going to cry for him. I'm not going to fight for you because you don't have money. But I can tell you this guy has money. That's why she's on a show asking for advice.
I was livid and he was shocked that I was shocked that he had other people. He was like, listen, if I'm cheating on my wife, what makes you think that I wouldn't be? I don't know how to explain this, but he was.
That's kind of logical if you're asking me. That's a logical point. If he cheats on his wife, then of course he would cheat on you. Well, I can't say it's cheating, but yeah, of course he has other girls. That's logical.
That is? I thought it was insane. I thought he was like, I mean, yeah, I guess so. But he was upset with me for getting upset because he was like, what do you expect? If I'm going to cheat on my wife, why would I just have one person? So
exactly. He should be upset because he knows if he didn't have the money, you wouldn't be with him. So ladies, why are you all shocked when you reject an average man who's going to be loyal and worship the ground you walk on, and then you say he's too nice, he's a pushover because he says yes to everything you do, and then you go for a rich man and then you're shocked, oh my God, he has so many women. You know why? Because all of you are running towards the small percentage of men who have the money. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to have all of you. Like, how is that rocket science, ladies? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, how is that rocket science that all of you, for some reason, they keep being shocked that the rich men that they all want have multiple women? I don't get it.
I ended up crashing out, but then we got back together, and because he was mad at me for misbehaving or whatever, I can't believe I'm telling you, Ashley.
Well, it's not really me. I don't think it's me. You guys can always schedule a call. Y'all know me. But
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that might be more appropriate because the extent, anyway, long story short, like so much has happened, and now I'm at this place of like, I realize now I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm trying to figure out how did I even end up in a situation like this that was so messy. And it turns out I think I have abandonment issues. And I wonder, Ashley, like, how do I, because I want to be with a certain type of man, provider type person. But I realize I always
What the fuck did I just say? Did she just say provider type of man? So can you imagine how friends, because remember, women have the same mindset. If women are friends, usually it's the same mindset. Men, not so much. Like, I may like boxing, my friend may like soccer, right? He may like basketball. We can still be friends. But women, they usually like the same shit. So I can guarantee you, she likes a provider man. Guess what her friends like? Probably rich men. So the mindset is usually going to be the same. Right? So that's what I'm saying. They all want the small percentage of rich men, and then they get shocked that the rich men have so many women. But they don't want Boogie. Oh no, Boogie makes 50,000. I don't want him. He's not rich enough for me. Even if he's gonna be loyal. Oh no, we don't want Boogie.
have this anxiety of like, they can do anything. They can do anything. They have the funding and the material to be able to do anything.
Exactly.
So like, it sounds like a
yeah, that comes with the territory. Yeah, if you're dating, the guy who has the money and he's not faithful and he has a wife already, yeah, girl, that's.
But okay, so he's telling me things like, okay, like, let's take a pause in it. He had the audacity to break up with me. Like, the fuck? Like,
yeah,
I'm
going to be very honest with you. He feels like if I'm cheating on my wife, and I'm sure him and his wife already get into it, that's why, or he just feels like family life is already hectic enough for him. He needs an escape. He's thinking if I'm with my side chick, it should be very easy going. If I have a side chick, I shouldn't be arguing with my side chick. I will argue with my wife because that's why I put a ring on their finger, but not the side. No, you're supposed to be there to make life easier. Things should be seamless. We should be having sex, fun, going out.
You sound exactly like him.
But that's what it is.
What?
Oh, Anne, girl, you got a lot to learn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed. I don't know.
Exactly. Ashley is right. They act clueless, and I know they know. I think the only reason they call into Ashley is to get validated. They feel because women like to talk. That's why they go to therapy so much, because they just like to talk. So I don't even think she's here because she's shocked that the sugar daddy is married and she wants to be a side chick. But I think she just wanted to vent, because women like to comfort themselves, to listen to each other talk. That's why she called it.
What do you mean? Anyway, he said exactly what you said verbatim, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And so he put a pause in it because he said exactly what you said and said,
you showed your, because I know you, Ann. So I'm being real. You showed your crazy side. Now you're like, oh, she crazy. I gotta go. I really gotta go now. Oh no. She crazy. Oh, he used that word. He said it. Crazy. Got to go. I'm out of here.
So, but my feelings are in it. I'm very invested. I don't know. I guess my question is like,
no, you're invested because he has money. If he made $40,000, you wouldn't be invested. I don't know why they lie. I mean, we can see it from a mile away. And the reason I'm even reacting to this video, because I've seen Anne on Lapif and I've seen Anne on Fadi and Ilkanali's channels. And she asks, I never thought she wanted to be a side chick. I never thought she was going for maybe I shouldn't be surprised that she wants to provide a man, but I never thought in a million years she would be on Ashley's channel.
How do I move out of this? Because emotionally, I feel it's so weird. Like, maybe it's because I hadn't had intimacy in so long and he was the first person. So like, there's a part, I don't know, it's like, I know I'm not a virgin, right? But it feels like I'm very, I don't know how to explain the attachment. It's very weird. And it might just be because he's the first person in 5 years.
Yeah,
No,
that's
because he
what it
has
is.
money.
It could be that, the first person in 5 years, you guys were intimate, and also he was doing the things for you. He made you feel like you were the only girl in the world. So
He bought me a Chanel.
What did I say? Oh my God. He bought me a Chanel. I told you. The only reason she's invested because he was investing in her. The only reason she's talking about feelings is because he was spending money on her. If he was buying her the 4 at Wendy's, she wouldn't be so much invested. She wouldn't be calling in on a show to get advice on how to keep the rich guy. She wouldn't be calling in. She wouldn't be invested in a man who has a wife. But they would rather find ways to keep a married man to themselves. They don't care if he's married as long as he's rich. It's crazy. But I can guarantee you, this woman has rejected so many average men in her DMs who are not married, who are willing to be loyal to her. But she's calling in a show to figure out why she's invested into a married man with money who bought her a Chanel bag. Guys, we are doomed.
Exactly. So that will have you hooked, That's what it is.
So what would you advise me to do?
Find an average man.
Obviously it's self-work, but do you think how do you be a good side piece? This sounds crazy. And I want to also be in a healthy relationship. So do you think
With a
that
married man?
there's a reason, I guess my question is what should I work on so I can actually be with that type of man without showing him my crazy? And
You need to work on yourself. That's what I want you to work on. I need you
said
to work
that,
on yourself. You really need to work on yourself mentally and physically. And I feel like you got a little comfortable, Ann, because the Ann I remember, and chat don't say nothing because I know Ann, and I care for you, Ann. I like you, Ann. You come up here, you're genuine. But the Ann that came up here on the first live who was standing in front of that stove, she was a lot slimmer than the girl standing here in front of me.
That's true.
She was a lot slimmer. You had your phone up on that stove. Hey, Annie, how are you, beauty?
I'm doing well.
Ann, how old are you? Where are you from? And what do you do for a living?
I am an engineer and I live in the Bay Area. I was born in the Bay Area, but I'm from Ghana. And so I was culturally raised Ghanaian. I'm 31. So I realized I'm definitely into men who are good fathers. That's important to me. So men with children are not off the market.
Okay. Are you good, honey bunny? It's are you okay? You're set up? Okay, all right.
Put my mic or my phone down so I don't have to hold it. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, and you want to move or shift a little bit?
They will do all this for a rich man, for a rich married man.
Okay. Yes, we're back. Okay. What does he have to look like?
He has to be someone who's fit, or at least, I'm not compromising on this. He has to be someone who's fit and someone who takes pride in the way he carries himself. Ultimately, I used to be someone who didn't care about that stuff. And then I realized because he didn't care, I didn't care. We can't have that. I'm looking for someone who wants to live to be 100 years old and be strong and fit and healthy. So I'm looking for someone who's very aware of the importance of a healthy body.
Now this Ann, I don't know what's going on. That tells me feelings. We're eating from emotion.
Yeah.
We're not moving as much.
Yeah.
So I want you to work on yourself before we think about a man, mentally and physically.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
This is why female therapists will never run out of jobs. I don't care how much AI comes and tries to do therapy. Female therapists will never run out of jobs. Because just by doing this, everything she just told her, she would have figured out this on her own. But the main issue at hand is she's dating a married man, but because he has money, she's trying to find out how to be a side chick. So she would rather be a side chick to a rich married man rather than date an average guy. Because the rich married man was flying her out to Miami, but the average guy is just going to take her to Cheesecake Factory. This is crazy. So tell me, how are men supposed to deal with this? Ladies in the chat, how is a man supposed to deal with this? Because some of you claim this is social media. No, this is real life. We are just glad and lucky that people can let us into their lives using social media. Because 30 years ago, we wouldn't be able to know that this woman met a rich man who's married, but she's trying to find out how she can be a side chick. And then Boogie's just going to meet her and think, oh my God, I found the woman of my life. But secretly, she's trying to find a way to be a side chick to a rich married man. So thank God for social media.
Right. You're right. Okie dokie. Thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome, Beauty. And schedule the call, you know?
Yeah, I think that would be more fun.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. God bless you. Take care.
Take care, darling.
I mean, the reason I reacted to this because I've seen her on Lapif and I've seen her on she's right here. You guys have seen her in my thumbnail. So she's right here. I can show you right there. You guys have seen her on my thumbnails. You have seen her on different platforms, but I just never knew that she was. I just didn't know that she was into this kind. I mean, I swear to God, I never knew that she would be that type. Because when she's on panels, you know, she has that feminine voice. You know, she speaks as if she's a feminine woman. She would never try to be with a married man. But I'm telling you guys, if a man has money, any woman is going. If we're gonna be honest. But shout out to Anne. If you watch this, I'm not hating. I'm just reacting to the content and to exactly what the issue is at hand, and you know, doing my best to show other men what's going on out here. All right. So anyway, shout out to you guys in the chat, man. I appreciate you for being here with me on this nice holiday week. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all of you guys who celebrate. I see William in the chat. I see Israelite, my guy. Been a while. Guys, like the video so other people know that we are cooking so they can join us. Okay. Let me see the next video, what we got going on. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Guys, like the video. All right. Okay, there's another one. There's another part of Ashley. Let's finish up this one, and then I can play
All
the
right,
next
we'll bring
video.
you up.
I'm dating this guy, and I just kind of wanted advice on how to keep it like slow pace, because like all my relationships kind of move fast. We started talking in November, and the holidays are coming. Usually, I would have bet the family and stuff, but like,
Wait, y'all met?
I don't know if I'm kind of.
It's only December. You want to meet his family?
No, I'm saying like my past exes, like we would have been like met the family, but it went quick, but it didn't stay long. And I'm kind of like toxic. I don't want to be toxic in this relationship. Like I don't want to be like, what are you doing? Like I'm trying to be more healthier in my relationships. Kind of.
Okay. So why don't you just?
I mean, I'll give her credit for having the self-awareness of saying she's toxic, because usually this is the first time in so many reactions that a woman holds herself accountable. She doesn't blame the man. They usually blame the ex for being toxic, for being controlling and abusive. But she said she's toxic, so I'll give her credit. Credit where credit is due.
Slow down. What you usually do the opposite, Amber. Why don't you start there?
Okay. Hold on. There's there we go. But yeah, I just basically like wanted advice on like date, because I have my own place, so like I don't want to invite him here too much? Like, what are your rules on kind of like?
Oh, we already crossed that line, and it's only been 1 month.
No, he didn't come over here yet, but I'm just saying, like in the future, like what's the way to go about, like, not him coming over here all the time? Like he never asked to come over here, but I don't want him to feel like I don't want to,
by
you know,
saying
get used
no.
to somebody.
Yeah, I think by saying no, by saying no, you can't come over my house, It's still only been a month though. It's still so early. You guys are still in the getting to know each other phase. So I think it's too soon, to be rushing into the boudoir, rushing into the house. But I'm assuming you've been to his house.
Yeah, I've been to his place. It's just I stay I work in like a rural town, and then when we go on dates, it's more in my city, and I don't want him to be like, oh, I have to drive back. I want to stay. Like, I just wanted to keep it more slow.
Yeah, so I would say no.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just feel like y'all already moved fast. Y'all already, you're intimate.
Yeah.
You're off the line. Yeah.
The connection is there, but I just don't want to like go too fast and like dating before marriage. Like I want to get married, so I want like more advice on how to like. If he's not the one, that's fine, but like keeping it slow.
Yeah, I think you need to slow down. Not giving up the cookie so soon.
Well, I didn't have sex with him. I haven't gave it up yet. I'm just saying, like in the future, like when we go on dates.
Yeah, so
like chilling.
nothing to be in the house just yet. It's too early for house activities. It's only been a month. It's too early for house activities. Yeah, I say.
I don't know how I have to say this, but ladies, making a man wait for sex won't keep a man. Making a man wait for sex doesn't mean the relationship is going to work out. Some men will be patient and they will wait. And the moment they get the cookies, they're out. Because honestly, I believe one of the only reasons women want to make men wait for sex is because they know after the sex, they have nothing else to keep the man around. So they dangle the cookie. They make you think you're going to get it to keep you around. So that tells me you have nothing else. Your personality is trash. She says she's toxic. So instead of actually telling her to work on being toxic, because maybe that's why men leave her, because she's saying her relationships always end so quick, and she admitted she's toxic, but Ashley didn't even tell her, what are you doing to stop being toxic? Her advice is, don't sleep with them too early. I don't care if she takes 1,000 years before sleeping with a man. If her personality is trash, if she's toxic, if she's crazy, if she's nagging, or is arguing with a man, she will never be able to keep a man. Why don't they ever try to work on who they are? But they always resort to, I'm going to make men wait for sex. I'm going to make men accept sexless marriages, sexless relationships before marriage. Yet, so she's going to make the man wait for sex. Okay, that's a choice. But she still wants the man to pay for the dates, to provide, as they're in a relationship waiting for sex and waiting for marriage. It would be fair if you're going to keep your sex, but you don't expect the man to be a provider until you guys get married, but they don't want that. So they use sex to manipulate and keep the men around instead of working on who they are as a person.
Slow it down even more. Miss each other.
Okay.
It's never gonna work.
And what are your like advice on like if you want to get married, like dating anybody, like
slow
how
it down.
slow?
That's my advice to you for your situation. I would say slow it down.
No. Tell her to stop being toxic, because she told you she's toxic and you didn't even give her any advice about being toxic. So how is she ever gonna, I mean, she may get married to a toxic guy, because people who are toxic usually attract each other, but she admitted she's toxic and you didn't even give her any advice on how to stop being toxic. This is crazy, man. Anyway, shout out to Ashley. I'll put the link down below. Guys, do me a favor. Let me see. Uncle Tech is asking, is this recent? Uncle Tech, I'm live right now. I don't know what you're asking, but I'm live right now. I'm just reacting to these. I'm reporting the dating news, okay? You know how the Weather Channel, they report what the weather is gonna be tomorrow, if it's gonna snow, if it's gonna rain. Boogie reports the dating news. I give you the update on dating culture out here, so you know what you're dealing with. So as you can see in this clip, the woman says she's toxic, but she still wants to get married, and she's gonna make you wait for sex. Crazy. So the choice is yours, Uncle Tech. All right, let me get the next video going. Shout out to you guys, man. Like the video so other people can join us. All right, like the video, support your boy. Okay, let's go to the next video. Give me 1 second. Ta 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 da. No. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Guys, like that video. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Shout out to Anton Daniels. This one from Anton Daniels.
How many of you first, bro?
Rejection hurts. Try getting rejected by your future wife 7 times. Let me tell you something. I tried to shoot at this girl in high school, and she told me no. Then I shot again, she told me no again. Shot again a couple years later, and she told me no for the 7th time. And I kept showing up, not on some creepy stuff, but on some consistent, confident, and undeniable type energy. Did this same girl taught me something before I even stepped in cell. Every time she told me no, I learned how to listen better, adjust my approach, and add value without forcing it. No doesn't mean never, and no really don't hurt. It just means not right now. A couple years later, I ended up marrying that woman, and that's the same woman that taught me the best sales training in my life. She taught me the real art of closing: persistence, patience, and presence. So if you can keep your composure after being told no, you can literally close anything.
Sammy, thoughts?
I think we can see all this nigga thoughts. The nigga forehead so big. I don't know if that nigga's bald or if he got a fade. Like, gosh, dog. That's why she rejected that nigga 7 times. She didn't know if she was gonna be able to look at that nigga every day. Like, for real. She didn't know. But yeah, he gotta take an L, man. Ain't no motherfucking way no woman gonna reject me twice. Like, you can't reject me. Fuck out of here. I ain't going 7 times. Nigga, you are a loser. You're a loser. And you married her. You married a woman that rejected you 7 times.
She's gonna bust.
Man, Jesus didn't even get rejected 7 times. How are you that much better? That's bad.
She's gonna boss him around. I can guarantee you, she's the leader in that house. And to be fair, guys, you're gonna hate me, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Remember, guys, when we were growing up, whether it's movies, whether it's the people who are giving us the game, they always told us when a woman says no, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. If she says no, just keep trying. Buy her flowers. If she just keep giving her gifts, keep trying, never taking enough for an answer. Give her time, be patient. She's thinking about it. So the movies, we saw all that shit in the movies. The songs, the R&B songs, please take me back, Boys to Men, all these niggas were crazy and crying and pleading and begging for women. So guess what? Most of us were doing the same shit. It's not until you grow up and realize that, you know what, the moment she says no, move on. That's it. But it takes hard work to literally go away from that kind of mindset, because it's a mindset. It becomes part of you, thinking that when a woman says no, just keep trying.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Niggas ain't gonna learn. She don't love that nigga, man. She eventually he must have showed up with a bigger bag. I think that's all it was. That nigga showed
He
up with a
said
bigger
that
bag.
every time he adjusted his approach and added more value.
He added more money.
More money.
Got
Yep.
a better job. Pulled up in a better car.
Yep. More gifts.
Ain't no motherfucking way. How do you get rejected 7 times and then she finally gives in?
I'm gonna play it again.
And here's the thing, right? So the time she was rejecting him 7 times, do you guys think she was dating? Yes. Do you guys she was giving up her chicks to other men? Yes. Do you think she was getting gifts from other men? Yes. Do you guys think she was making him wait for sex? Yes. But at the same time letting other men clap her from the back? Yes. So for the 7 times all those years when she was rejecting him, other men were still getting her for free, yet he's investing. So who really takes the air? Him.
For you, Slimmy, I think.
Wait. How many kids she got?
Good question.
I don't know. I just seen the video because somebody sent it to me in my email. I'm gonna play it again for you, Slimmy. I want you to catch it.
Oh my goodness. Look at this nigga.
Rejection hurts. Try getting rejected by your future wife 7 times. Let me tell you something. I tried to shoot at this girl in high school. And she told me no. Then I shot again. She told me no again. Shot again a couple years later, and she told me no for the 7th time. And I kept showing up, not on some creepy stuff, but on some consistent, confident, and undeniable type energy. Did this same girl taught me something before I even stepped inside? Every time she told me no, I learned how to listen better, adjust my approach, and add value without forcing it. No doesn't mean never, and no really don't hurt. It just means not right now. A couple years later, I ended up marrying that woman, and that's the same woman that taught me the best sales training in my life. She taught me the real art of closing: persistence, patience, and presence. So if you can keep your composure after being told no, you can literally close anything.
Man, I feel sorry for his son. Because that mindset, he's going to give it to his son. Damn.
Man, I don't know why you showed that nigga again.
I wanted to make sure that we got the full context.
That nigga definitely got a fade. I saw the little hair over here. That's crazy, man.
That's
Carrie,
sad.
what are your thoughts on this persistence and patience perspective?
I mean, the philosophy that he had out of it makes sense, but in the scenario, I don't get it. Like, I don't get the value that he added each time.
He was simping more.
That nigga don't know.
He might.
That nigga,
I don't know.
man, that nigga was wishing on a prayer.
Do you think that that's good or bad advice that he gave?
Bad. Very bad.
I think it's good general advice.
I don't know what that means, Carrie.
No, Anton should ask her, would she give that type of advice to her son? Because the only time women understand how men really experience things, if you ask them about their own sons. So, Carrie, would you give that type of advice to your son? That's a real question.
I do.
Persistence, patience. What do you
No,
say?
with regard to relationships, Carrie.
No.
I don't see the 7 times thing. I get it if it's like, I tried to shoot my shot in high school and then we circle back around when we got older, and then like I get that, but
7 times, Carrie.
7 times is like, well, what were you doing? Like, were you, were you running up on her, hitting her in the head? Like, what was she rejecting 7 times that you were able to go back and like take data and regroup and come back with something stronger? I don't know.
His existence.
I was trying not to judge his presentation. It was a lot. It was a lot in the camera, but so.
What does that mean, Carrie? What does that mean? It was a lot in the camera. What was in the camera?
It was just like a lot of face, and he looked like he had on makeup. So it was just a lot. And then I saw.
You can say it.
I saw.
No, just say it.
I
Say
saw Buzz here, so I couldn't tell what that.
Yeah,
Carrie be taking shots, but in a very subtle way, so that you don't catch the shade. She'd be throwing shade, but you know, she's very nice and soft and feminine. So she doesn't want to come off as aggressive. So she has a tricky way of throwing shade. She took shots at the boy.
Said he got a Sherman Hemsley and a big ass fucking forehead, and he looks weird. Man, he has to approach every woman 7 times. It wasn't just her.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga get rejected. That nigga got rejected all through high school. Think about how cruel we were in high school.
It's a mindset.
And that nigga was getting roasted.
Mm-hmm.
No hair. You look bald in the front, and you got a fade on the side.
Slimmy, you don't give him credit for being successful?
Oh, all the credit in the world for being successful, because that attitude is how you got that money.
No.
Attitude is how you got
In the
that money.
relationship.
You say what?
Successful in the relationship.
No. He's not successful in a relationship. He's not successful. He's not successful at all.
That's true.
At all. Once you get rejected once and you go back and you're not just there to clap cheeks and you there to marry, that's an L. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because think about the time she was rejecting him, or the years she was constantly rejecting him. It's not like she was being a virgin and waiting for him, right? It's not like she told him, let's wait 7 years and then we can get serious. You know, she was rejecting him, but still dating other men, which tells me you thought those men were better than me. So when she didn't find the kind of man she thought she was going to get, she's like, oh, you know that nigga who's always asking to date me? Yeah, that guy, he's doing well now. He has some money. Since I can't get the man that I want, maybe I should give. And that's why they send you the text, hey, big head. And you're like, you rejected me 1,000 times. Now you're checking on me. She's probably going to come with a few kids, right?
Sorry, it sounds crazy, but if a woman doesn't have initial interest in you, how does that grow?
It doesn't.
Like, how does that grow? It doesn't.
Yeah, it does. She gets to know you. That happened. You can't say that doesn't happen.
It doesn't.
Just because you don't have an initial interest don't mean it can't grow. That's nonsense to say.
No. Listen. Think about this. This nigga got rejected, dog. Shut the fuck down.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm not speaking of what happened to him. I'm speaking of what you said about people.
No. We not think about what I'm saying. Rejection is something totally different than getting to know somebody over time.
Yes.
Rejection means no, fuck that. I don't like you.
I don't want you. Yeah.
Stay away. That's rejection.
Mm-hmm.
It don't mean come back later and now I'll accept you. It doesn't mean that I got to get to know you. Rejection is get the fuck away from me.
Facts.
Like, I'm not fucking with you type energy. Like, that's really that's what rejection is. Like, no, I have no interest in you. But you come back. That's why he was so hell-bent on persistence.
That's fact.
Because the only way you could get rejected 7 times is if you are persistent. Or to me, 7 times, that's a pest. And she just couldn't. She didn't feel like spraying no more Raid. That's all it is. Nigga was a bug, and she just got tired of trying to kill the nigga. She's like, fuck.
I'm even surprised she didn't file a stalking, charge or case or put a restraining order on him 7 times over the years. Like, are you telling me you didn't meet other women over the years? I mean, I get it if you wanted this woman and you guys messed around. I get it if you guys were together and you broke up 1 time, 2 times, and you always got back together. But we're talking about rejection. A woman rejecting you, not even saying I'm in a relationship right now, not saying, I don't feel like being in a relationship right now. It's different from completely rejecting you. She's literally telling you in all the types of men she wants, you're not one of them. So by the time she gives you a chance, that means the type of men she wanted didn't want her. And, it happens sometimes. Women try to circle back years later, couple kids later. And she's like, Boogie wanted me in high school. Now he's doing well. Let me give him a call. Hey, Boogie, it's been a while. What are you up to? And the first question they ask, are you married? Do you have any kids? To see if you're open so that they can get you. Because she knows if you are trying to chase her 7 times, you probably still like her, even if it's 10 years later.
Fuck it, I'm just going to give in. and they got married, and he gotta hold the L, because I just don't understand how people, after 7 times, how somebody can just love you
I know,
miraculously.
it's crazy.
I don't buy that. He shouldn't buy that.
Lex, if a guy pursued you, was that persistence towards you? Would you look at that as a compliment, or would you look at that as something that's negative?
I just look at it like if he's pursuing me. I don't look at it as negative, but I just, as far as the guy in the video who had to go to her so many times, it's like you have no self-respect and you were just on a reroll in a way.
Fact.
You know, so it's like she didn't value you the first time. And some women, they do the whole they want to be chased thing, but a woman that really likes you, or
You don't have to check.
your value is like billions. It don't come across, you don't come across a personality or spirit like that unique. So she obviously didn't value him, because you're not finna let $1 million lay on the street. You're gonna grab it. So I don't know.
Mika, do you agree or disagree with that assessment?
Please,
Pop culture.
come through.
Pop culture.
Come through for us, Mika. Come through for us humans.
Miss Pop Culture, do you agree or disagree with that assessment?
What I agree with is that man absolutely does not know what value he brings. And I don't even think that woman brings any value.
That's true.
Because, no, Quentin, no.
I didn't say nothing.
No, I've been here long enough. Smack in your face. But he doesn't know what value he brings, right? Because why would you go ask a woman 7 times
Over the years.
Can I tell you a minute?
Well, it was across a few years, I guess. Apparently.
I don't care.
That's even worse. If you told me she rejected you 7 times in 6 months, okay. But 7 times over the years lets me know you either were also being rejected by other women, because she's gonna think about it. She's thinking, by the time you're coming back to me, that means other women don't want you. And guys, we all know women don't want a man other women don't want. So at the back of her mind, she's thinking, other women are rejecting him. He keeps coming back to me. And then even when you keep coming back, she's thinking, that means I was right. Nobody wants him. So why should I have him? The only reason she ended up marrying this guy is because, like I said, the type of men she wanted didn't want her.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like at the end of the day, you already asked the first time, and I'm gonna give it leeway. Let's say he looked terrible, or he wasn't. I don't know. He didn't smell right. I'm just gonna give it something. Fine, you came correct the second time. She don't want you.
Or maybe she was in a relationship at that time or something.
I bet she was, and he was a male older, and he was sitting there, and he was right here.
Okay, I thought I was the
He
only
was
one
right
thinking
here,
at that time.
and she waited.
Rejected doesn't mean there's something wrong with the other person.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. Like, maybe I got some shit, nigga. Maybe I'm saving
And how-
you for
and how
me.
do you- how
Maybe
do
I'm a
you keep
fucked up
somebody
person
from-
and I ain't trying to put this shit on you. Like, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with
But-
you because someone else rejected you.
But here's the question:
Can we
how do you
not
keep
watch
somebody around like
Jenny
that?
keep leaving Forrest home, wake up, move on with your life?
How do you keep somebody around for
Stop.
7 years?
Don't
He
tell
said
me Jenny, she was a
it
fucking
happened.
whore.
He said it happened in high school. So
He said
how
this
did
when he
she,
first tried to talk to her.
but how did she know you all those years?
Good question.
So that tells me
Nigga,
he
I
kept.
hit you in the Facebook once a year, nigga.
No,
See if you was
he kept-
available yet. What you mean?
But if I don't want you, I don't see you. She knew that he wanted her that bad, so she kept him around. You tag in every now and then. Hey, and that way he know.
He still has a chance.
I'm telling you that's That's exactly what you do.
At what
He's not
point
mad.
do you look from this at a different lens and like that's what I want? I want that thing. I want that car right now, and I'm gonna do what I need to get that car, no matter how long it takes.
Okay, well, right. While he's doing that with nostalgia, while he could have had a bunch of them that just probably passed him like this.
How do you know he could have had them, and how you know he didn't? How you know he
Okay,
didn't?
so that means he was rejected the whole time. That's what Quinton is literally saying without even saying it. If over the years no other women wanted him and he was still stuck on the girl he wanted in high school, clearly no other women wanted him. Like I said, I'm surprised she didn't put a restraining order on him. You know, but anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Uncle Tech, the Anne video is recent. I think Ashley posted it like maybe today. That's when I came across it, and when I saw her face, I'm like, I gotta react to it because I've seen Anne on different panels. So yes, Anne's video is recent, like literally recent. She still looks the exact same way she's been looking on these panels when I react to them. Anyway, shout out to you guys. Like the video, subscribe, like the video so other people can know we're in here cooking. Let me go to the next video. Give me 1 second. Please like the video. I really appreciate that. Okay, let's go to the pit. Okay, let's get it popping.
Willie, are you always this negative about women?
I'm just negative about whores. Like in hoes. So if you feel that I'm negative, just make sure it's not because
But
I'm
no,
speaking to,
I'm
like,
not saying I didn't bring up whores. You'll keep saying whores. I said why a woman
Maestro
can't
brought
be
up whores.
doing.
I supported his point.
You right. You right.
Now-
Okay, he brought it up. But I'm just saying women can't be doing nothing else besides fucking. That's all they doing.
Let me
They
tell
not
you
getting
why.
an education. They
No,
not
doing
furthering
both.
in their
Let me tell you
careers.
why.
They not trying to stack up money.
Let me tell you
They
why.
not trying to do
Let me tell
nothing.
you why.
Just
Only
fucking.
5%. Only 5% of young adults are virgins. That's why they're fucking. And then not only that, according to the CDC, 12.3% of females and 14% of males are virgins. That means more males are virgins from the ages of 20 to 24. So more men are going without the coop. So, you know,
It's
so
not that
women
they
are
going
more
out
stats for that. We didn't need stats for that. We ain't need stats for that. We didn't need stats
Somebody
for
in
that.
the chat just called me daycare.
What you say? You know stats for that?
We didn't need stats for that. Like there's sometimes
I
we don't
need
need
stats
stats.
for the ladies though.
Did somebody in the chat just call me daycare? Did they say? Did they?
Don't read the text. Y'all know they
I was
dogging
gonna
me
say
out.
you never read the
My
chat.
gray hair and everything.
Majority
I
of
know they
them
got me
don't
real
They
good.
done called me daycare. I done got on here and said I'm in my twins. Now they calling me daycare. Okay, I'm
There are
done.
good prominent people in the chat, but
Ain't no telling what they
done.
call me. They say I'm probably about to die. Huh?
Hey, I'm not gonna hold you. You being generous, Shanice, saying it's good prominent people in the chat. It might be
It's
some
not.
It might be some decent niggas, but the rest of these is hyenas and fuck niggas.
no, for real.
You
They
read
are. They are. Straight, bro.
the comments.
It be the people in the
Living
chat.
in trailers.
I went back to the chat yesterday.
You know what?
Of the people that was talking crap, those they pictures. I was like,
Mhm.
child.
I appreciate that
We're
sentiment
talking,
though, Willie,
we're commenting.
because when I be up here on Thursdays on the regular, the everybody that be up here be making it seem like I'm supposed to be scared of the chat or something. But you're right. It do be the damn the hoes and the pookies and the ray rays and yeah.
It don't be no
look at it this way.
You know,
pussy.
You know how crazy you
Don't
gotta
be
be
Ray Ray.
like to support, and not only are you
She said,
supporting
keep
by
my
watching,
name out of it.
you
You
actually
right,
in the
Ray. I'm
comments
sorry. I'm so sorry.
participating and talking shit to a bunch of strangers, right?
It's just Pookie.
Right.
It's just Pookies. The Pookies and the
Listen,
304s.
These niggas and they can't even send super chats.
Do you hear me? Lame as
These niggas don't got $2 in the they don't even got $2 to get their shit right.
Look at them been on here for 6 hours.
Wait. I think they were cooking the chat. I didn't know about this. Hold on. That's not what I want to go into. Guys, give me 1 second. I didn't know they were going to be cooking their chat. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, never mind, guys. Let me get a different one. My bad. I didn't know, because guys, remember, I react to these videos in real time. And the reason I do that is because I don't want to be biased. You know, I want to react to them in real time with you guys. That's why, like, I watched like the first 5 seconds. I'm like, oh, okay, this is a good topic. And then I come up here to do it with you guys. So sometimes I know what they've been talking about. Guys, like the video, please. Support your boy. I have so many videos to do with you guys, so I'm not done yet. All right, what's Uncle Tech saying? He's saying, okay, yeah. Uncle Tech, do you like her? You like Ann, Uncle Tech? She wants men with money, so I don't know. You see, she's crying for a married man, so I don't know. You better be the married man bought her a Chanel bag, and she's hypnotized. All right, let's go.
Where you got lost? What happened?
No, not like I got lost. Like y'all lost me. I didn't get lost. I started hearing things like you just don't give a damn, and words like "let" started flying through this conversation, and then Trev started saying something about he ain't listening to what no woman talking. And at that moment, I think I went ahead and I just checked that.
But again, did you hear the part when I said that's not everybody, and most men don't behave like that? Just like how True was saying earlier, like he feel like only 10% of men could fight, but women probably think most of you could fight. Women might think that most men act like that. So a lot of men will project like they leaders project like they tough and all that shit, and project like they would run a woman in a relationship, but they fucking fold in real life. That's just what it'd be like. Like, for real. I watch these. Listen, I have females that are friends, and I watch them run circles around men, right? And so all of that stuff about men putting their foot down and all that shit, that'd be fake for the most part. People might say whatever.
That's my whole
That's not
point.
real life.
That's why I checked out.
I agree with Trev. Most men are scared of women. And especially most men are scared of the women they're in a relationship with, because they're scared that women are going to leave them and then they have to go back dating again. Because remember, dating is stressful for men. You go on dates with 10 girls, you would be lucky if one stays with you. You'll be lucky if the one who stays with you is nice and kind and doesn't expect you to spend so much money. So when a man finally finds a woman who likes him and they're in a relationship, he will just become a yes man because he doesn't want the relationship to end, because then he gotta go back to the dating streets. Then he has to remember all the shit he has to go through just to get to one woman to say yes. Now I'm talking about average men, because the game changes for men who have lots of money and willing to spend and don't mind changing women around. But the average man knows how dating is stressful.
Out of the conversation, because I think no shade, no tea to nobody. Y'all know I really love y'all. I think all of y'all be lying. I do. I think that y'all get on here and y'all be like, I'm a man. I run some shit.
Oh, hold on.
If you don't get no coochie,
Put a
you're
name
gonna
on
lose your damn mind if your woman be like, you run me.
Put a name on it,
and
Gordon.
you know how women like to get like that?
You know how
No.
like, women will be like, oh, he not listening to me, or oh, he upset me. Now we not having sex for 2 weeks. Because I've also had conversations with y'all where y'all be like, women be dead wrong on holding their coochie away from us.
But
Nah,
they do.
You ever heard me say that shit?
They do. They use it as a manipulation. So men have to speak up.
I agree with Trev said. Like, most men are not like that. Most men will do exactly what Bougie wants them to do. But there is men, and it's a coincidence. Me and Trev from the same area, so I know for a fact he really probably is like that because I'm really like that. I don't give a fuck if you take that coochie away. If I say some shit and I mean that shit, and it might lose you in the process, I swear to God on my mother and father graves, I will lose you in that process. But that's not a lot of men. But those men do exist, especially from Essex County. I ain't capping. Any woman that see me know that motherfucker ain't lying. I will definitely leave you where I found you. If you say something I don't like, if you're moving away I don't like you to move, that don't mean I don't listen to you. But some men are willing to walk away from that box, that bed, that beautiful. Yes, they exist. They're rare, but they exist because they definitely on this panel.
It's so.
That's
But
true.
I
Nah,
don't
Bougie,
think that
I'm
Bougie,
that.
you have-
that's
Bougie,
minority.
you gotta put a name on who you talking
I'm
about. Put a name
Please
on who
do.
you talking about.
Please. Even if it's me, I don't care. Go ahead and do it. It's not
I
gonna make me
wasn't
feel
talking about
away.
anybody specific.
You said
Well,
You
even
said
niggas
y'all.
on-
You said
Put names
y'all
on
be on the panels,
Really?
so you had to have been talking about somebody specifically. Just
I
drop the
feel like
name. Ain't,
I
ain't nobody
have
scared.
Yeah, say the name. Say the
I feel
name.
like
Does
I've
anybody
heard-
object to it?
Well,
Yeah,
no, this is
two
my
up there
first
today.
time having
Yeah,
a
I had
somebody-
one person.
This is my first
I
time
won't
having
say.
a conversation with you, Illis. So
No, say it.
it's obviously not you. But I've heard all of y'all sit up here and be like, because you know how women they'll like try and like withhold sex. And even Illis said, right? He was like, because I
Wait, you heard me say that before?
Well, no, I've heard every man pretty much
I would
online
withhold sex
make a
before I-
complaint about how women will do that. Is what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so all right, what you
But
gotta
they
do?
do. Yeah, they will, but some men
So
won't. Will let you do it and don't care.
But I'm
So wait a
tying
minute.
that into the point that I made earlier, which was men have like their manhood and their ego wrapped up into their sex life and their wallet. And then later on in the conversation, you also went on to say how most men aren't going to do something because of what they feel like is going to be the repercussion from women.
That's true.
So if we both came on here saying which is pretty much the exact same thing, right? I have a really hard time believing that men are just out here, okay, we're not getting their dick wet. Excuse me for saying it. But
That's why the name of the show is Why Men Are What? Weak. So what you just described was the weak man. He's the majority. And that's why we're speaking against that. Because the weak man will do anything for that coochie. Hence the title of the show. What do we need to do better?
It is true, man. Once a man, and that's why these days women, in fact, I believe women don't tell men. So let's say a man finds a woman, because even these days single moms do it. So I'm going to use an example of a single mom. Single moms these days are saying the man who's coming in to be a stepdad, she's going to withhold sex until marriage, even if she has 3 kids already. Even if she has been sleeping around, I mean, she has kids, so clearly she slept around. So the single moms are telling the man who's going to come and be a provider and be a stepdad, they're telling the man, no sex until marriage, until you marry me. And this is the new guy. The only reason I believe they're doing it, they're not doing it because they found God, they found Jesus, they are born again virgins. No, they are doing it because they know men get weak for vagina. Literally, men get weak for punani. And the only reason they tell men that I'm now waiting until marriage to have sex is because they know there are men who are going to be willing to wait for this woman who has 3 kids by 5 different men. I know my math is right because sometimes they don't know who the dad is. 3 kids by 5 different men. Some men are willing to wait on that type of woman. Some men are willing to wait 3 years. I don't care how long it takes until they marry her. And even in the marriage, she still can withhold sex. Some men will still be willing to take that because men are really weak for punani. Unfortunately, it's the truth, man. As men, we gotta hold ourselves accountable when it comes to sex. And the moment, I mean, it's very hard, but the moment a man's true power, I believe, comes the moment you realize that, okay, sex or women control me because of sex, or sex control is the way I think. Once you detach from that and you're willing to walk away and willing to leave any woman who uses sex against you, I think that's true strength and power.
Right.
Bougie, I know what you're talking about,
I
Bougie.
think that's a little weird to me because it. Okay, can I ask a question? I guess this is the part where I get lost. I get lost because you're gonna tell another man that he's weak for listening to his woman and getting some ass. Who else is gonna give it to him?
Another woman. Like the fuck?
And if most of us feel like I want this man to do this, but the only people that are saying that the man shouldn't do it is other men, who's going to give that man?
We're not saying we're saying you can do what you want to do, but we're saying no. We're not saying that. We're saying if your woman is withholding sex because of a principle you're standing over, that's some sex you need to lose. We're not saying just to disagree with your woman just to say you're a man. That's stupid. We're saying that when you're speaking of something from a position of principle, something you believe, something that you stand for, that your woman may not agree with, whether it be dress wear, whether it be language, whether it be diet, anything that he thinks is pertinent to the development of that relationship. If she's trying to withhold vagina because of something like that, fuck that vagina. We're not saying don't listen to men, don't get no sex. No, we're saying that do you have pride as a man? What are you willing to do for that sex? Any fucking thing? Are you willing to say anything to get that coochie from her? That's some coochie that you could fucking keep. That's what we're saying.
That's true, man. Like I said, once a man figures out that he has the power to walk away from sex and he isn't controlled by sex anymore, women fear a man who's not controlled by vagina. I'm telling you right now. Once a woman finds out that you don't care about her vagina, I mean, you like it, but you're willing to go without, they fear that type of man. That's when they call you controlling. They call you emotionally unavailable because her vagina doesn't make you move the way she wants you to move. That's true power.
I just wanted to explain something to you about it, though, just so you have a better understanding of where I'm coming from specifically, why this messaging might be a little confusing sometimes, and I get it. So a long time ago, right, I brought up the conversation of, well, shit, and I kind of hammered down on it. I said a lot of times we speak from our perspective, but I don't think that the average person would even come up on a panel and speak in front of a bunch of people, right? That's just... And what I wanted people to realize is that we're not an accurate representation of the masses. And that's a fact, just based on people who appear on here. So a lot of times it would be stupid for us to just speak on the behalf of ourselves, because most of us on the panel typically don't have those type of issues, particularly with women. I know as an adult, I have not had many issues with women at all, right? So, and I think that the gentlemen on the panel can share the same sentiment, right? But when we speak on behalf of the men. So some men will never appear in here, may not be able to articulate themselves, or just quite frankly won't be afforded the opportunity. So we have to speak to them vicariously. That's just what it is. So a lot of times you might see me through the soul of somebody else who can't get an opportunity to speak on here, right? So I address the gripes of men for the masses, because it's not about us. Fuck us on the panel, for real. It's not about us. I don't do this for us. I don't technically have a dog in a fight outside of my children, which I've already groomed to be prepared for this fucked up world out here, right? So when I speak in generalities for other people. So you might see me say some wild shit, but it's not my experience. I generally don't have bad experiences with women. I don't have people that are mean to me. I get compliments all the time. I run into people, they smile. So that's not my experience. But does that mean that I don't recognize what other people are actually going through? I see it. I witness it. I talk to people who deal with these type of things, and I try to get them to that better place as much as I can. And fortunately, JR have us on a platform where we could kind of bring other people to that at least as close of an experience to the men on the panel have, right? Whatever that looks like. Does that help or no?
I mean, yeah, because like I say all the time, a lot of things that I'm talking about from the perspective of like either like it's pertaining to my age group or it's pertaining to like what I hear women in general saying. So I get that part of it, but that's what I'm saying. It's like to have the discussion and make it seem like the majority of men are out here like, I'm standing on business. They're not.
And that's the problem.
That's true.
That's the problem.
That's all I was saying. All
We
I'm
agree.
saying
We agree. Absolutely.
is most men are not, especially like how Bo brought up, like the men that be doing all of this yapping on TikTok. They're not like that for real.
That
Like,
goes
they're
for the
not-
women too. The
they're
women
not
that be
like
talking
that.
shit on TikTok and be acting like they need a high value man is getting their ass popped by a dude who just came fucking home. So it's bullshitters on both sides.
That's true on both sides. I'm gonna be honest. So the men who are talking about all these women will never do this to me, blah blah blah. Unfortunately, we're all human. So at some point, he's gonna find a woman he really likes, and all the rules and standards he has for women are gonna be out of the window. The same thing goes for a woman. She will talk about I want a man with money. Because think about it. How is it that all these women want a man with money, but most of their baby daddies don't have money like that? You guys have seen me react to Kendra G's show. Kendra is always asking these single moms, did your baby daddy make 6 figures? And they all said no. Now they want a man who makes 6 figures. Funny how that works. Their baby daddy didn't even keep a job, but they want the stepdad to make more money than the man they gave kids to. Mind blown.
Like that's all I'm saying. Like I just be like,
That's
I don't know. And I guess like this is also the first time where, you know, y'all are coming from the perspective that I'm usually coming from, which is like I'm just speaking for the other side of like what I hear, right? Because that's usually like my plight, where I'm coming from like, oh, like that's not an issue that I personally have, but I'm just saying what is majority of the population that I see on social media having these conversations. And that's why I'm just coming from a place of like, these men not standing on business. They're not out here being like, oh yeah, whatever because like, even when you said like, oh yeah, it used to be grandpa giving the whole check to they're still doing that. That's what's still going on. He
Yeah.
still doesn't know his primary
Because
care.
y'all scared them
He still don't
into
know
defying y'all. A lot of men are
the kid's
scared.
homeroom teacher, like he still don't know. Like the girls still got like a lot of the control. So I when I started feeling like I was hearing like it started coming off as like the sentiment was like majority of men is like.
But this the thing though, y'all don't want the majority. Numbers show that most women are dealing with a minority. Y'all just like to talk about the majority to make a point.
Wait,
but
what
you're not
number?
dealing with the majority. Most
What
women are
number?
dealing with that minority that don't really want to hear that shit they be talking about.
Yeah,
But
look.
they'll uplift the guy that will listen to him to make a point. But behind the scenes, y'all want the same guys. Y'all don't want the guys that listen to y'all. Y'all want the guys that is like, yo, whatever. In real life.
Yella, what numbers? What are these numbers? And I'm not saying that you're wrong. I truly don't know. Like I'm trying to figure out.
All men up here know that most masculine men who don't care about how she feels in the most when it comes to making a decision is a small group. She just said most men are not
No,
like
I'm
that.
saying, where are you getting these numbers from?
Oh, he's using his common sense to say, all right, niggas like real dope is fucking all the bitches. And the other niggas ain't getting none of it.
He ain't saying you.
Common sense.
That's what's going on.
Man, I guess I guess, but I'm just saying that women are dealing with a small group of men.
But how
they
do
just
we
use
know
the majority. I mean, life shows you that most women.
I don't even think they're dealing with a small group of men. They want a small group of men, but do they always get those small groups of men? No. Because I can tell you right now, most single moms make babies with average men. They don't make babies with millionaires. You know, every now and then you see a girl who makes a baby, who gets a baby with a celebrity who makes money, gets them for child support. But most women deal with the average man because that's who's closest to them. The rich guys are very far away from these women. Now they fantasize, they hope and wish that at one point they're going to meet a basketball player at some point. That's who they want. That's why they treat the average guy like shit, or that's why they can easily reject him and leave him and divorce him anytime they want. They want the minority, but they don't get the minority most of the time.
No, I mean, you say the numbers say.
Okay, so boom. When they talk, when they do polls on single mothers and pregnancy, most women are getting pregnant from a small group of men. It's not the majority of men, and a lot of those men have felonies. That doesn't mean black women love thugs. I'm not trying to say that, but I'm just saying most women are dealing with a smaller group of men. Most men are single and don't have children. So the group of men that's having children are having children with most of the women who have children. That's a fact.
Most men are not single with no kids.
Most
black men are. Most black men don't have children.
You remember when the T-App came out? During that time, what they found was the T-App. I don't know if you saw the leak, Bo, but when it came out, they found that a lot of women was messing with the same men.
The same dudes.
As they discussed them, it was the same ones. And some of them was like, well, he must have some good, you know what I mean, for all these women to be going crazy and acting this way. And if you remove it from offline and you think about like, so I'm in Chicago. When I go to LA, the niggas that I hang out with do the same thing as the niggas in Chicago would do. It's a group of men that know almost all the beautiful women in the city and just be out and about with them. I say it like that. And each location has a group of men like that. So
look how women respond to celebrities. They all know Chris Brown not choosing one of them. Do that stops them from being one of the chosen few? Because when you lit, women change the rules for you. They just want to be around that energy. They don't care if you got another girl. They don't care. They just want to say, I was with Chris Brown. They only apply these stipulations when you're not at that level of notoriety. Not all women, but a lot of them. So when seeing that in real life, you can surmise that most women are dealing with a smaller group of men, and most men are not dealing with any women.
Bougie, I got a question for you.
Even the men in jail, even the men in prison, so many of them have babies. And they had the babies with women before they even went to prison. So that tells me those women knew those men were crazy. They knew ahead of time, but they still went on to have those babies with those guys. Crazy how that works. In fact, some men in jail get more phone calls from women than men out of jail, than men who have never committed a crime. Women will literally pick up a phone, call a guy in jail, call a guy in prison, but they would never call Boogie, who has never committed a crime. Isn't that crazy? She will tell Boogie, call me in the morning, call me lunchtime, call me before I go to bed, text me good morning, text me beautiful. She never texts me, she never calls me. But when it comes to the man in prison, they call those guys all the time. They find time to write letters. You know the letters we used to write in high school? They literally write letters to men in prison. They send them flowers. But when they deal with men who have never committed a crime, who have never been to prison, they ask the men to give them flowers and to write them letters like high school times. Like the mindset is crazy.
You and Bo, all right? I don't know what's happening y'all deal with. Y'all gonna have to tell me, right? Now, do the men that you deal with, are they like guys who really can't get out here and get women, or do they get bitches?
So your question is
the guys who you deal with,
the type of man that gets bitches, or
they
he
command
gets
a lot of women is coming to them, or they they got it like that. Yeah. How about you, Bo? Do you date the men that you normally are attracted to or used to be attracted to? Are those men who typically get a lot of women? or they have those options at least?
A lot. I wouldn't say a lot. No.
But do they have?
You probably don't like
They
none
have
of them just for
access.
that.
Have access to a lot of women, not necessarily.
Yeah, do they have?
I don't know. I can't. I don't know who men have access.
Okay, so you playing? Okay, she's gonna play them. All right. Well,
No, I'm not. Okay, so to be fair, I typically do not go after men that a lot of women like. I don't, because I don't like that. I don't
Doesn't
like
want the competition.
when women are like drawn to this guy. I just don't like that.
If I'm with somebody that don't nobody
attracted
else
to
want, I
me.
feel like something is wrong with them.
Mariam.
Say that again.
If I'm with if I were to be with somebody that nobody else wanted, I would feel like something is wrong with them. But I feel like that's what everybody thinks.
Thank you. Now, I don't think men are like that. I think y'all are like that.
Yeah.
I don't think we like that.
I mean, I can accept that because I don't know, but I think that's like
I don't want to go everybody like.
To like because it's the equivalent of that's. I look at it like this. I guess in girl world, that is what our equivalent to what y'all say a high value man is like. What do you like? Because it's like a running joke.
I believe you. I know this the truth.
Where women are like, if don't nobody want him, then I must be the only stupid bitch.
Yeah, it's the same thing like on Pop the Balloon. You guys have seen Pop the Balloon. Once all the women pop the balloons and there's one left, the reason she's still holding on, because she probably likes the guy, but she looks around and then she sees all the other women, they pop the balloons, and then in her mind she's going to be thinking, if all these women don't want him, there must be something wrong with him, even if she knows in her heart of hearts there's nothing wrong with this guy. She will pop the balloon because she's the last one who's holding onto the balloon, because they look around at each other. Who's still holding the balloon? Who popped? Who hasn't popped yet? You see it. And even for the guy they all want, they all look, oh, she's still holding it. Let me hold on to it, my balloon. And then the last girl will pop a balloon if all the other women pop the balloon. So women want the man that other women want. The issue is they want that man to only want her. You see what I mean? They want him to only focus on her, even if she knows all the other women want him. And it's like, what's a man supposed to do? I'm famous, baby. The ladies like me. You can't have me by yourself. You can't be selfish.
He's so in this man. Why you don't like him? Like, what you mean?
And
what
that
do you
doesn't
see that, like, why? What do you see wrong with him that I don't see wrong with? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't be having them problems.
No, Bo, don't tell us about who you are now. Tell us about at least who you used like.
I've always been like that. That has never been attractive to me. I've never understood that thought process. I don't want a man that everybody want, and I don't care what you think about who I like either. I don't care that another woman is like, I wouldn't date him. Good, because
Bo, do you like tall men?
Never, huh?
Do you like tall men?
Yeah. You're gonna lie.
I guess so. I will, because I'm a tall girl.
Oh my god.
So you have to at least be my height.
So do you prefer tall men? Is that normally who you do? Do your men normally end up taller than you?
I usually end up with same height men, just because they're average. Like it's more of them.
Okay. Do you normally like men who you think are attractive or handsome?
She's gonna lie again.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, is it safe to say that a man that's your height and is handsome, probably a lot of women would be attracted? And are they not bums typically?
But
are they
stable? Being attractive is subjective. It's what is attractive to me may not be attractive to other women.
It's really not subjective. I think
I think Jalen Hurts is ugly. So
yeah, but you can acknowledge. I can acknowledge like, oh, I think this girl is attractive, but I don't think most guys would think she's attractive. You can acknowledge like, oh, this is a guy that I like, but most people probably wouldn't. So you understand like, yo, most women will probably find this guy attractive, but I just find this guy attractive. So you understand the differences, right? You can accept that.
I can accept that. What I am saying is, I don't care if another woman wants because a lot of women are like, a lot of women do want other women to want, or they want a man that other women want. I usually stay away from that man. Like if I see a lot of women going after a man, I'm not going after him.
But the reason is she wants a man other women don't want, because then she doesn't have to put in work. It's the same thing for a man. I don't know why men can accept this, but some women don't like to accept it like Bo. As a man, if I know my woman is a body, like she's beautiful, consciously, I know other men see that. If she has a big booty, I know other men see that. So guess what? I'm going to be at my best behavior. I'm going to try to treat her as good as I can. Now, it doesn't guarantee she's going to stick around, because you can get, like they already said, the woman who asks for everything on earth, you give it to her, and then tomorrow she asks for the heavens. It's never enough, right? But I know as a man, if she's beautiful, she has a big bum, other men see that, so they want her. So I will do the best I can to treat her good so she stays with me. There's nothing wrong with accepting that. But the only reason she wants a man who other women don't want is because she won't have to compete. She won't have to put in any work, because where else is he going to go? If other women don't want him, he's stuck with me. So I can treat him like shit. I can refuse to give him sex. I can withhold sex for 3 months. He won't go anywhere because other women don't want him. But if other women want him, he can easily replace her. That's why she goes for men that other women don't want. It's simple as that.
Not competing.
Two quick questions, Bo.
No,
She's just
clarify
really quick.
Because
it'll take like 2 seconds to answer it. All I want to know is, would you consider yourself an anomaly, and do you think your peers typically do choose men that are more so attractive?
I think I am an anomaly. Yeah, I do. Because I don't think that a lot of women think like me. That's why I'm saying I can't identify with it.
And
I'm not saying
it.
that most women
No,
don't.
no, I get it. I get it. So you don't even got to pull teeth no more, bro, because she's not because I see where you're going with it, but in all honesty, she's not just like how I said we're not a typical representation. I don't think Bo is a typical representation of how women operate. I think most women do operate under the guise of, okay, yeah, I want somebody who wants somebody. It's called pre-selection. That's been a thing for a very long time. So I think that most women do operate under that. But
it's a thing of security, because once a woman sees that a man is wanted by other women, instantly there's a feeling of security. Okay, he's safe. I can be safe around him because other women find it safe around him. He's funny. Other women like him. Clearly there's something right about him. Clearly there's something good about him that other women want. So maybe I should also want him. It's more of a safety kind of human nature kind of thing. But anyway, shout out to Lapif. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the lovely Miss Mariam in the chat. She's cooking ball. Oh my God. Miss Mariam has so many. She has smoke for Jazz. She has smoke for Bo now. She had smoke for the guy who was on last night when I was on Il Canali's live. She has smoke for who else? She has smoke for some other woman. I forget her name. I think Jess from Anton Daniel's channel. And speaking of Jess, actually, I think I'm going to do Anton Daniel's next. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me check here. Shout out to you guys who are on the channel and the live supporting your boy. Like the video. That helps the channel. And that helps other people to join us, because some of you guys like the channel, like the video, and that's how I believe Miss Mariam joined us, because I'm sure YouTube did suggest the video, because you guys well, like the video. So shout out to you guys. Also, you guys better be nice, because Miss Mariam is Mariam has the right to burn some of you guys if you say some crazy shit like that. But she's nice. I don't think she'll do that. Anyway, let's go to Anton Daniels. Oh yeah, Miss Mariam, this is for you. The video we're gonna review is just for you, because Tia's your best friend. So I hope you like this. Oh my God, it's gonna be fun. And you guys know I react to these videos with you guys in real time. So let's go. I got this video at the right time when Miss Miriam has joined us. Her best friend is on the panel, so it's gonna be fun.
I didn't say I needed a woman to stroke my ego. I said that I needed to be the priority. I think y'all missing it. Like, women interpret things how they see it, not necessarily how you say it. And so I didn't say ego. I'm just saying that I have to be the priority. You know what I'm saying?
Why? The only priority, like she has to put you before herself.
Yeah, in some circumstances.
100%.
But you won't do that for her.
No.
But the reason that but let me tell you why. The reason why I wouldn't put her, the reason why she has to put me first is because without me, she's not remotely close to where she can be. I'm taking you to a different level that you couldn't do on your own. The flip side of that, though, is in order for me to be able to take you to that other level, I got to focus on other things. I can't focus on you. So my priority is to go and take care of business. Your priority is to make sure that I'm taken care of. Now, you can do other things too, but don't miss the boat thinking that your priority is somewhere else, because it's not. And so in order for this thing to really make sense, it's almost like spiritual, right? I focus on God, you focus on me, the kid focus on doing what you told him to do.
So you
Look at Jazz's face. Jazz doesn't like it because she's a feminist. She wants equal. She wants the man to put the woman number one. But if the man doesn't put his business or his work number one, then the family suffers, especially if you want the man to be the sole provider. Now, if it's 50-50, then okay, fine. It's 50-50 bills, then fine.
I go to God and God give me the instruction. You come to me and ask me what it is that we doing. The kid come back and say, hey, Ma, what did dad say? You understand what I'm saying? And so it's the same thing with business. It's the same thing with everything. I got this. I got this. The only reason I believe that women tend to shift outside of that is if they not 100% got confidence in the person that they're with. And so they want to build a safety net. They want to make sure that I got something going on, or they don't really believe in the man that they with, but they settled for him. Mm-hmm. When you believe in a man, when you really believe in the man that you're with, you don't need no safety net. You completely immerse in him, and he gives you everything that you need and more.
Yeah, but those days.
That's why I said in the beginning that it's up to him in a way to set that boundary. Like, you know what I'm saying? He can't melt into the background like that woman wanted him to be. I got this going on, and he should be the last and all that. He shouldn't allow that.
Nobody around me got a safety net. I am the safety net. Now, in return, and I'm using my anecdotal experience to illustrate a point. In return, they know that they taken care of. If anything was to ever happen to me, everybody got houses, everybody got everything that they need. They got their own stuff. They got insurance policies. I got separate insurance policies for anybody.
Yeah, what if you broke, Anton? Can you flex like that on a woman if you broke? Like, you know what I'm saying? Be the center of attention if you broke?
It depends. It depends on how old you
have a big dick. Then you
it depends on how old you are. If you just getting it out the mud, right? And y'all young and y'all just got into a relationship, you're not supposed to be rich.
Yeah.
He gonna go through some shit. And I ain't even just talking about rich. Like, in general, he not supposed to be anything yet because he's still figuring it out.
Can I ask
most women don't want to rock out with a guy in that space. They want him as a finished product. They want the sure thing.
Yeah, unfortunately, the days of women dealing with potential are long gone. I'm talking about long term. If a woman finds you building yourself as a man, I mean, it doesn't really matter what age, because these women who are 21 are expecting men who are 21 to buy them Lamborghinis and take them to 3 trips to Dubai. It's crazy. But what I'm saying is, these days, women are only dealing with potential, but hoping that you're gonna turn around maybe in a year or two. That's why, which, I mean, I understand as a man. I don't know about you guys, but personally, I've come to terms with the fact that as a man, with dealing with a woman, money is going to be an issue at some point. It's going to matter to some extent. Some guys don't believe it. That's okay. But I believe with every woman you deal with as a man, money is going to be an issue at some point. Maybe in the beginning, maybe 6 months later, maybe 10 years later, but money is going to be an issue. So I don't believe in the whole thing of I want a woman who likes me for me. That doesn't happen, right? I don't believe in it anymore. But what I'm saying is, if you're dealing with a woman and she's dealing with you for your potential, just believe the clock is ticking. She won't stick around for long if you don't become what she expects you to become.
But the one that rock out with you, they always should be the one that's taken care of. There's nothing that you should never not do for them. So the one that holds you down from the beginning. So it just depends on how old you are. It depends on where you are in your life. And it depends on what your relationship is. I don't think that there's one way to skin a cat. If you are in a situation where both of y'all work, both of y'all depending on each other, that's cool. I'm not dissing that. I'm saying that women tend to believe in men that when they truly believe in a man and he, him to her, she don't have no safety net. Ain't no, I need another identity. It's, oh no, wait a minute. What you need? What's going on? Wait a minute. I got to take care of that first. I'll be back with y'all in a minute.
So what's the point of being a good boyfriend or man to a woman if they still embarrassing and they're irrelevant anyway? See, that's why
what's the point of being a good man to a woman if they still what?
What's the point of being a good boyfriend or a good man to a woman if they still look at it as embarrassing or irrelevant anyway?
The problem with most guys, in my opinion, is that y'all so busy focused on trying to be a good man to a woman instead of being a great man for yourself. Y'all so busy trying to impress them. Y'all should be trying to impress God.
Okay.
The women come with it. The money come with it. All of the other stuff come with it. I'm not focused on no fucking woman. I'm focused on me. I'm focused on being great. And then the women get the residuals, right? They the benefactors of what we do that's great.
I mean, much as I agree that men should focus on themselves, when it comes to the whole God thing, the chances are these days, now 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, a man of God has had a high chance of meeting a woman of God. I'm talking about a woman of God. I'm not talking about these women with multiple kids, multiple baby daddies, tired of the streets, and then they become born again virgin because they found Jesus walking across the street over there, right? I'm talking about a real woman of God who grew up in church and respects God's principles, right? But these days, men of God are more likely to run into born again virgins. So, okay, you follow God. I'm guessing you want a woman who follows God too. But what are the chances she's a single mom? What are the chances she was in the streets? She was doing OnlyFans. Now she found God. Are you okay with that as a man of God? Those are questions you got to ask yourself. Because if you think you're going to find here a Virgin Mary who has never been touched by a man and she's been following God since she was a kid, the chances are very small.
Y'all gotta learn how to roll with the women that roll with you instead of prioritizing women that parse you out. Fuck them.
Well, I don't think, biologically, biology doesn't really dictate hierarchy in relationships.
What? So
it shouldn't be that just because she's a woman, she just is born to serve men and always put a man before herself. If that has like an old kind of patriarchal tradition aspect to it, but it's not necessary for a healthy relationship. Because I just think in a mutual partnership, the care goes both ways. You pour into your partner, they pour into you.
50-50.
Respect and service is reciprocal. It's not gender neutral. You know what I'm saying? If she serves you first before herself, she's choosing to do that out of love and not out of expectation because you're a man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not.
And I think that. Can I finish?
No, I'm with you. I was supporting you.
That's lady.
So she's talking about 50-50. I will agree with Jazz about partnerships and being pour in me, pour into your man, pour into your woman, which is the 50-50 situation partnership she's talking about. I will agree with her as long as she goes all the way. Because remember, women pick and choose when they want to be 50-50. Let's be 50-50 in how we treat each other. But when it comes to those bills, no, you're the man, you're the provider, pay 100%. No, are we going 50-50 all the way? bills, protection. If somebody breaks into the house on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, those are my days to protect us. On Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, those are the days you as a woman, you protect us. And then on Sunday, we all run out of the house when somebody breaks in. Are we going 50-50 all the way? You cook on Monday, I cook on Sunday. You do dishes on Monday, I do dishes on Tuesday. Are we going 50-50 all the way? Or are we picking and choosing when you want to be 50-50?
Like, see how she did that? Lady, like, soft.
Shut up. No, but so yeah, I just think that there are levels to it. Like, I understand what you're saying, but I don't know if that's a strong point, and it may work for a lot of couples, but I don't know if that's just like the standard that should be for everybody, because there's nothing wrong with like mutually respecting each other and prioritizing each other and saying like, I don't have to prioritize you because I'm a man, and you have to prioritize me because I'm a woman. There's no, biological data that.
But I think a woman.
I'm gonna let y'all have it. This is the last thing I'm gonna say on that. I think that I don't think it's one way to skin a cat. It's different relationships for different people. That's for men that need a woman to help them survive, and I think that that's also for men that don't really realize how great they are and hasn't yet reached his potential. When a guy gets to a certain level in his life, all that go out the window. If you get with a guy, and I'm not talking about you, I'm just saying in women in general. If you get with a guy and he's in that space, right? This is where a lot of relationships go wrong. If he's in that space, right, and he's 100% bought into exactly what you said, if he ever elevates, if he ever become great, if he ever becomes better, y'all gonna clash, because he gonna realize that never was supposed to be him, and he only did that to appease you. But in order for him to be great, he got to really, really focus on what makes him great. That's regular man talk. That's not great man talk. Great men don't do that shit.
I think no one should have anybody or anything throw them off of their purpose. If a man is on his purpose and he chooses to be in a relationship, the person that he chooses should be adding to his growth. I totally understand that.
But what about when he outgrow her?
If he outgrows her, well, which one is it? Because I first you said that the one that started with you and helped you grow, it should be the one that's always taken care of. And
don't mean that she always gonna be with you just because she getting taken care of.
Okay, so you're saying that you may outgrow her, but you'll continue to take care of her because she held you down?
Because it's loyalty, yeah, 100%.
Okay, I can rock with that. That's cool. I just think that it's okay. Actually, I lost my train of thought. Y'all got it.
Of course. Once he said the man should be willing to take care of a woman, even if they're not together, that's when she lost the train of thought. Because at the end of the day, it's really about provision. I mean, the money really matters at the end of the day. But like I said, they pick and choose when they want to be equal to a man. But I don't think a man can be great if he's focusing on his woman, unfortunately. Because you know how men meet women and she's like, oh, let's spend time together. Let's take trips. This man hasn't been taking trips. He's been saving his money. Now he gets into a relationship. Now he needs to take time off from work to take trips with this woman. Guess what? His savings are going down. His work ethic is going down because he's taking too much time off. He's not focusing on his business or on working and being great. Eventually, she's going to catch on to the fact that he's not on his A game, and then she's going to leave him because he's not as productive as he used to be because he's spending too much time with her. So it comes back full circle at the end of the day. She wants you to spend too much time with her. You spend too much time with her. You're not making enough money, and she's going to leave you because you're not making enough money. So as a man, you have to pick and choose. You put a woman first, it's not going to work out well.
I think that when a lot of times women, they hit a ceiling and he's still doing like this. And that's the man that y'all want, but you don't really know what comes with that. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of times the growth from a woman, a lot of times that's where it hurts her because she not willing to go through the growing pains to become what he needs her to be as he continues to ascend. He not a 50-50 nigga no more. He not a I'm focusing on you type of guy no more. He here. And when he here, you know, he needs something different. It's a whole nother ball game.
So
and
then
a lot
what
of
would
times
be
women can't adapt to that, and that's when they have to get left.
what would be the point? Hold on one second. So what would be the point of, if that's the guarantee, that when a man is with a woman when he's at a certain level, and then he gets to a higher level, and then looks at that woman that's been with him through all the levels and says, actually, no, you don't fit in this level anymore. What would be the point of a woman starting and trying to grow with him if he's just going to dispose of her if he gets to a certain level?
It's not that he wants to dispose of her. He don't have no choice because she holding him back. That's the thing. It's not that he want to get rid of her. It's the fact that he trying to get to this thing, but he can't get there because now you becoming an anchor. You was an anchor for holding him down. Now you an anchor for holding him back.
Okay,
so here's the thing. When y'all are in a certain space, women eventually, as they get older, grow to a point to where she don't want to do the 50-50 no more.
Yeah.
She don't want to be a partner no more. She want to live the soft life. She feel like she paid her dues. She don't want to still deal with the same shit. She don't want to go through the growing pains anymore. She not a little girl no more. That's a woman. Her back is tired. Her feet hurt. You know what I'm saying? She want to live a different life. In order for you to get there, he got to do something different. So you want this great man, but then when he get there, you want to pull him back from what it is that he's supposed to be because you're not ready to grow with him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. They want the rich man who also has time to travel with them all the time, who has time to spend all day at home. That's why they keep talking about, I want a man who has a business, an entrepreneur. They don't want the 9-to-5 guy because they believe the 9-to-5 guy doesn't have enough time. But they also believe that entrepreneur has too much time. Yet most times the entrepreneur is focusing on his business most of the time. But they want the rich man who spends money on them, but also spends too much time with them. And you can't have it all.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm hearing is he got with somebody he wasn't equally yoked with.
No, he was with her at that time. She just didn't grow with him.
That's what I'm saying. Because a person that's yoked with you, they're going to grow and evolve with you at every level.
That's not
And I
guaranteed.
think what will help with that,
Sometimes
if
people
you
only
have
get one season.
sometimes that too, but I think also what helps is like communication. If you are a man on your purpose and you know where you're going and you have drive and you're taking those steps every day and you want to be with someone, be transparent about your journey. Be transparent about where you are and let that woman decide if she is able to be what you need, be the support that you need at this level and at every level that you may ascend
It ain't
to.
a communication thing. You acting like you don't see me winning. You know
So
what I'm saying?
if a woman is an executive and she has a great job and she's with somebody that got a good job, but she's making more money. If she's going to those parties with those executives, sooner or later she's going to feel like her boyfriend or significant other is inferior.
One of those executives too.
That's why he has to step up his game, not so much making money. He has to make himself more present in her life. If he can't do it financially, he has to do it physically.
I'm going to share with you guys some things that my boyfriend does that would send a low-effort man into a coma. The first thing is really a non-negotiable for me. He opens my car door every single time we're getting in the car. I'm not just talking about on date night or my birthday.
All right, guys, I think they're going to a different video. But anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels. The truth is, ladies, the rich man, he doesn't have time. First of all, the rich man is going to have multiple women who want him. He may not want them. He may not deal with them, but you have to be willing to accept the fact that the rich man that you want is going to have multiple women, unfortunately. So you have to deal with that. If you don't want a man who has multiple women, deal with the average guy. But let me guess, you don't want to deal with the average guy because he's not going to pay for your trips. He's not going to buy you Birkin bags and Chanel bags and sending you cash app. You got to pick and choose, ladies. Now, I know most of you are still going to choose the rich guy. I know that. But you have to be willing to deal with the consequences. As long as you don't bring the trauma from the rich guy to the average guy. Because what happens eventually when they can't secure the rich guy, they come back to the average guy. Now, usually when they're 45, 50, now they want to deal with the average guy. Because when they're 45, 50, they meet the average 50-year-old guy. But now the average 50-year-old guy wants a younger woman. That's when they complain. Oh, these men our age don't want us. They want younger women. But when you guys were younger, you didn't want those guys of the same age. You wanted the older guys who had the money. It comes back full circle. Anyway, shout out to you guys, man. I think that's my time for today. I may do a stream. I don't know if Lapif is going to be on tonight. I'm not sure, but I may join them tonight if they let me. I may do a stream tomorrow. If not, I don't know. For some reason, you'll see my videos regardless. I'll be here with you guys. So shout out to Miss Mariam. Shout out to Andre. That's Andre Cable. Shout out to you. Shout out to John Bimpong. I can't say the word. That's your name. Sorry. Uncle Tech, William. Guys, like the videos, we're heading out. This was a great stream, and I enjoyed myself. All right. Shout out to you guys for your support. 10,000 subscribers soon. Happy holidays if you guys celebrate. Merry Christmas if you celebrate. So, till next time. Peace.